Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. Jenn revealed to followers 1 month after her split from Dancing with the Stars partner Sasha Farber that she now has a new partner in crime. But this time, she is trading a man for a kitten. In a July 10th TikTok video in which Jenn wrote "hard launch," she flipped from her front camera to her rear camera to unveil her new furry buddy to the Taylor Swift song. Ready for it? She captioned the video, "I am so whipped." Jenn, 27, is now officially a cat mom, although she first introduced the kitty to her fans in late May when she said she was fostering. "This is my new cat, my foster cat," Jenn remarked in a TikTok video from May 24th, just before she split from Sasha. "So, I might adopt her." Jenn went on to say that she had fostered kittens before, but she could tell this one was different. "She warmed up to me and let me pick her up right away," she said of her cat's brave character, adding that she wasn't afraid of me at all. So it didn't take long for her to realize the cat's stay may become permanent. "Now that I'm going to be around for a second, because I don't have any plans to travel for a hot second, I have time for a cat," she said then. "And I was only going to foster, but then I saw her." In the July video, Jenn formally reintroduced her foster cat as her forever cat, and fans in the comments expressed their excitement and relief, especially after watching her go through not only her split from Sasha after nearly a year together, but also her breakup with her former fiancé Devon Strader just weeks after getting engaged on The Bachelorette in 2024. And the 27-year-old's fellow Bachelor Season 28 alum, Star Skylar, was relieved to find the hard launch was for a pet, commenting, "You scared me for a second, I was confused." So, while Jenn doesn't have a partner at her side, she'll have company when she finishes her studies in Miami. Indeed, while she took a long break from becoming a physician's assistant to pursue her passion of Bachelor Nation and then Dancing with the Stars, her life in front of the camera is now taking a back seat to her education. "No more absences from PA school, I promised my mother," she told People in April. But after PA school, we will see. Jenn had always been someone who thrived on motion, emotionally, socially, and literally. From the whirlwind months after her Bachelorette run to the intense rehearsal schedules of Dancing with the Stars, she rarely allowed herself a pause. But now, for the first time in what felt like years, she had space. It wasn't a space she'd chosen so much as one that life had imposed on her, the quiet aftermath of multiple heartbreaks and a decision to step away from the public eye to finish what she started in PA school. That stillness had felt strange at first, almost uncomfortable. Then, into that quiet, padded with late-night study sessions and early morning coffee rituals, padded paws had walked. The kitten, a small, soft gray creature with pale green eyes and an oddly knowing gaze, didn't seem to care about her reality TV resume or the emotional baggage she carried from the past 12 months. To the kitten, Jenn was simply the warm human who opened the door to her foster room, the one with the steady hands and the soft voice. In the early days of fostering, Jenn told herself she was just helping this little soul find a forever home. But the truth was, she was finding her own sense of permanence again, in fur form. Naming the cat had been a surprisingly long process. At first, she'd cycled through a list of ideas inspired by her favorite songs, thinking she might call her Swiftie or Willow after Taylor Swift tracks. But none of them quite fit. The cat had a way of staring at her, head tilted, whiskers twitching, as if judging her every word. "You're too sophisticated for something trendy," Jenn told her one afternoon while the kitten pawed lazily at her textbook. Eventually, she settled on the name Miso, because it was short, warm, and somehow matched the cat's slightly mischievous energy. The July 10th TikTok hard launch had been her quiet rebellion against the idea that every big life update had to involve a romantic partner. The flip of the camera from her own face to Miso's tiny frame felt like an exhale, not just to the audience, but to herself. She didn't need a him to mark a new chapter. She had a her. And she was fine with that. Fans, of course, dissected the video like they did everything else she posted. Some sent paragraphs-long comments about their own cats. Others simply typed YESS in all caps. A few, predictably, speculated whether the pet adoption was a healing distraction after her split from Sasha Farber. Jenn laughed at those comments. "I mean, she's definitely a distraction," she admitted in her Instagram stories the next day, "but also, she's a roommate who doesn't leave dishes in the sink or ask me awkward questions about my ex." Her friendship circle in Miami was quick to embrace Miso too. Star Skylar came over within a week of the hard launch, bringing an obnoxiously large cat tree that barely fit in Jenn's apartment doorway. "This is for the niece," Star said, setting it up while Miso perched in the corner, suspicious of the new furniture. "And also, so you don't just text me photos all the time, I can come visit her in person." Jenn's mother, however, had mixed feelings. Not about the cat itself, she liked animals, but about the timing. "Just promise me you'll still study," she said over FaceTime, eyeing Miso lounging in the background. "Cats are independent, but they're also a responsibility." Jenn reassured her, though secretly, she knew Miso was already the best study companion she'd ever had. The kitten didn't judge her when she stayed in pajamas all day or when she mumbled medical terms under her breath at 2 in the morning. Her days began to fall into a gentle rhythm: classes, clinical hours, grocery runs, lectures over Zoom, cooking simple meals, and then coming home to the small thrill of unlocking the door to find Miso waiting. Sometimes, the cat would dart toward her ankles like a playful child. Other times, she'd be curled in her favorite sunspot, eyes half closed, tail twitching lazily. Still, life had a way of not staying still for long. In August, the Bachelor Nation social media machine stirred again when one of Jenn's season 28 castmates, Brianna, tagged her in a throwback group photo. Fans flooded the comments with pleas for Jenn to return to TV or be the next Bachelorette again, an idea she quickly shut down with a laughing emoji reply. But privately, she couldn't deny a flicker of nostalgia. It wasn't that she missed the cameras. She missed the feeling of shared adventure, the kind where you didn't know what the next day would bring. And yet, she also recognized that part of her had been running on adrenaline back then, from one thing to the next, without pausing to ask herself what she really wanted. Sasha, her DWTS partner, had been one of the more grounding figures in that period. Even after they'd split romantically, they'd kept a kind of mutual respect. They occasionally texted still, and when she sent him a photo of Miso sitting on her laptop keyboard during a study session, he replied instantly, "Looks like she's helping you with choreography." Jenn rolled her eyes but smiled. It was during one of those late summer evenings, when the Miami heat had eased just enough to open the windows, that Jenn realized something important: she didn't feel lonely anymore. It wasn't that she had filled the space in her life with a pet, it was that she had allowed herself to fill it with the right kind of peace. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.